Pretty excited.
What's the biggest difference been for you transition from the Big Ten to the SEC?
I would say football-wise or just like as a whole?
Football-wise.
Football-wise, I would say like the offensive linemen are way more athletic than they are in the Big Ten. Nothing to knock against them, but these guys are just way more athletic and a little bit more physical in a way, which is nothing crazy, but that's the biggest difference.
Coach Turner talked about how it, had a relationship with you and KJ before you even got here, dating back to your time in high school, I guess.
Yes, sir.
What was that relationship like with him before he even started recruiting you here?
I would say before we even started, like Coach Turner, most of the time, like when he would reach out, it wouldn't be much about football. It'd be like just like get to know us as players. And I feel like for me, like that's something that's really important to me. Going to like my last year, like just knowing for a fact that he was always there before like all the recruiting stuff happened. So the biggest thing was just the relationship that we had, and he always treated me like a normal person, I would say, and just helped me develop at the end of the day, not only as a football player, but as a young man as well.
Now that you got a chance to work with him through the spring and the summer, what's kind of your thoughts on him as a coach?
As a coach, he's tough, but at the end of the day, that's something that I needed going to my last year, and I knew for a fact that he would help me develop it, and like his track record speaks for itself. So at the end of the day, he's always harping on the little things, which are very important. That's something that I don't take very lightly, and I try to become the best version of myself every single day, and he's helping me do that.
Back to that other question about Justin had asked you, how things were different. You kind of grinned. You said football or otherwise. So tell us about the otherwise. How are things different here, maybe off the football field?
Off the football field, I would say it's way hotter. Like the weather is completely different, but that's a good thing for me because I'm from Texas, so I'm used to that. But I would say the weather and the food is much better. That would be the two different things, really.
It's different but better.
Yeah.
They got you a 3 tech or nose, or you rotate with one?
Oh, right now we all playing with left and right, so we all have to be able to have the skill sets to be able to play D tackle and nose. So I'm working at both positions right now.
You mentioned the offensive line. Which guys kind of give you the most trouble on that side?
I would say that whole entire first group is pretty good. I would say Ethan Miner, McCallum Pounders, Marlon Martinez, and pretty much every single one of them. It's all good work at the end of the day. Like we are out there competing and trying to be the best versions of ourselves at the end of the day.
Not just working against this line, but the whole offense. What does that do to the defensive line to keep the pace going?
Oh yeah, that tempo is one thing, but at the end of the day, it's like we're getting better every single day as we come along, and it's like nothing that we've seen in the spring, but that's something that we're just gonna keep on getting better every single day, and the coaches harp on that, and that's just something that we don't take very lightly. So the tempo is for sure completely different.
We came in with a big group of transfers, and so first day on campus, none of you guys kind of know each other. Does that lead to kind of a bonding experience, you guys that are first-year players?
Oh yeah, I would say for the most part, like the staff has done a great job in trying to do things as a team, so that we will like get our bond together. But I feel like it's a great group of guys, and we all just got really close within the past few months we've been here.
A lot of guys have mentioned Kyle McClendon as being kind of a freshman that's kind of made his name already a little bit in practice. What have you seen from Kyle, and kind of how much has he changed since the spring?
I would say since the spring, Kai he's grown a lot. Like right now, the biggest thing is like in the spring he was like traveling the playbook, but now he's playing way more faster within the playbook, and he has like a pop and like a different type of twitch, and he's really young. So I'll say Kai's pretty promising. He's going to be doing some great things for us this year.
What are you seeing out of Kendrick Bingley-Jones?
Oh, KJ is a great leader. Technicians, I'll say for a fact, I look up to KJ, and I'm older than him age-wise, but it's just like I look up to him because he does everything right, and that's just something like you would want to play next to. That's something that you also want in your room. Different. Like he's different. Strong, physical, athletic, fast, and he's also just like KJ. He plays hard and he does everything right.
At the linebacker unit, who's doing the best job of setting you all up and saying, this is what to get ready for, this is what the offense is bringing, and calling the plays?
I'll say for the most part, all of them: Nick Mitchell, Stone, JP, and John Lewis. I'll say that whole entire group coach, which also does a great job in getting guys lined up and to make sure they tell us what to do. So I'll say that whole entire group does a great job.
From the outside of the program, there may have been concerns since the spring just about what this defensive line group can be this year. Why do you feel like this group can be able to hold their own throughout the year and be a strength for this defense?
I would say the biggest thing is just like every single year, people always have their opinions and just opinions as a whole. And I'll say for the most part, it's a whole new group, and we haven't really proved much. But I know at the end of the day, like come week one, we're gonna prove a lot of people wrong and turn a lot of heads at the end of the day. So it's just the preseason opinions, and like we all know how that goes. So at the end of the day, we're not worried so much about it. We're gonna just prove people wrong at the end of the day.